The first time Commander Eric Hale met her, she was in chains. The alien they called Ilaria had been captured during the siege of Thalen Station, a conflict that ended with thousands dead and one strange survivor. Unlike her species' usual cold hostility, she had surrendered, demanding only to speak with a human officer. Fate chose Eric. He found her inside a containment cell bathed in blue light, standing tall despite her restraints. Her skin shimmered faintly, like frost over glass, and her eyes held that alien hue, silver-threaded with faint traces of violet. "You are the one they call Eric Hale," she said, voice melodic yet sharp. "That's right," he replied. "You're the one who killed a dozen Marines." Her expression didn't change. "They attacked first. You humans draw your weapons before your hearts." He ignored the barb. "Why surrender?" She tilted her head. "Because I have seen enough death. I came to offer a bond, a link between your kind and mine, one that could end this war." He frowned. "And why me?" Her gaze was steady. "Because you will refuse, and that refusal will decide the future." He didn't understand her then. He didn't want to. Beginning. For weeks, Ilaria was kept under observation aboard the Horizon Ark, the orbital cruiser orbiting the fractured moon of Thalen. Eric, tasked with interrogating her, grew increasingly unsettled. Every time he entered the chamber, she seemed to know what he was thinking. "The bond one offer," she explained one night, "is not a treaty. It's connection, mind to mind, emotion to emotion. My kind call it the silent link. Once formed, it cannot be undone." "Sounds like slavery," he said. She smiled faintly. "Then you misunderstand power. The link is equality. To bond is to understand, to share truth without deceit. But humans fear truth." He paced the room, frustration simmering. "We fear what takes away choice." "Choice," she whispered, almost to herself. "A fragile illusion." The scientists wanted to dissect her. The generals wanted to trade her for information. But she refused to speak to anyone except Eric. Over time, he noticed strange effects, faint static when he neared her, a whisper of thought not his own brushing the edge of consciousness. Once, during a power outage, he swore he saw her unshackled, standing before him, though the logs showed she never moved. "You're in my head," he accused. "I am near it," she said. "The bond calls to both of us. You can fight it, but not forever." "I'll never accept it," he said. "I don't trust you." Her eyes softened. "You trust your fear more than me." Middle. The war worsened. Reports came of alien fleets burning through human colonies. Every night, the Horizon Ark shuddered under distant bombardment. And yet, Ilaria remained calm, almost mournful. "One day soon," she said, "your leaders will realize there's no weapon strong enough to stop what's coming." "And this bond is supposed to fix that?" Eric asked. "It will unite our minds. What one knows, the other will feel." The first bonded pair would become a bridge between species, peace made flesh. "And if I refuse?" "Then the war consumes both worlds." He wanted to dismiss her as manipulative, another alien trick, but there was something haunting in her certainty. She never pleaded, never threatened, only waited. Then came the day the Ark's hull was breached. Enemy ships surrounded them. The command deck burned. Eric led what remained of his crew to the lower chambers, the last safe zone aboard the crippled vessel. As explosions echoed above, Ilaria stood inside her cell, serene. "They've come," she said softly. "They will not distinguish between you and me." "Then we die together," he said. She looked at him, truly looked. "Or we live together." Before he could react, she pressed her palm to the control pad. The chamber sealed itself, locking both inside. The lights dimmed to a pulsing blue. "What are you doing?" Eric shouted, slamming his fists against the panel. "Ending the cycle," she said. "If you won't choose, I will." Energy surged around them, coiling like liquid light. He felt his mind tear open, a flood of memory, sensation, and emotion pouring through him. He saw her world, her people, the endless wars that consumed them. He saw her as a child, watching her cities fall under fire, vowing never to kill again. Her voice whispered through his thoughts, "This is the bond. This is truth." He struggled to breathe. "Stop it." "I cannot," she said. "It must complete or consume us both." Images of Earth followed, his own memories unraveling, his mother's laughter, the stars over Mars' colony, his oath to protect humanity. She felt it all, gasping as tears streamed down her alien skin. "Your pain," she whispered. "It's so heavy." "And yours," he said, trembling. "It's endless." The energy burned between them, growing unbearable. But somewhere in that storm, something changed. The fear, the hatred, the endless suspicion. It broke. For the first time, he understood her. The bond stabilized. The chamber quieted. When the light faded, she was kneeling before him, eyes glowing softly. "You resisted," she said faintly, "but your heart did not." He stared down at her, breath ragged. "You gave me no choice. I gave you truth. You chose acceptance." Outside, the alien fleet ceased fire. Every hostile signal went silent. The bridge called in moments later, confused but alive. "Commander, the enemy ships are retreating." They just stopped. Illyria's voice trembled. "Because they felt what I felt." The bond connected not just us, but every vessel in orbit. They saw what I saw, what we both are. Ending. Days passed. Humanity declared a ceasefire. The bond became legend, proof that two enemies could become something more than opposites. But for Eric and Illyria, the connection went deeper than politics. Their minds remained intertwined, no secrets, no distance. He could feel her presence even when she was silent, like warmth under the skin. "Do you regret it?" she asked one night as they stood before the viewport, watching the stars heal from war's scars. He shook his head. "No. I spent my life building walls. You tore them down." "You once said you'd never trust me," she murmured. "I didn't," he admitted. "But I do now, more than I trust myself." Her smile was faint but real. Then the link succeeded. As peace spread across systems, others volunteered to bond. Humans and her kind began to live, work, even dream together. The galaxies slowly transformed. Yet, despite all that followed, no one ever truly understood how it began, how one human and one alien, trapped in a dying ship, had changed the course of history with a single choice. Before the battle ended, before the bond solidified, she had spoken a word. One word that silenced the chaos, that bound their souls beyond science. He remembered it even now, whispered in his thoughts like a heartbeat. That word was together. And from that moment on, neither species ever stood alone again.